Welcome back to Purple Collar Life. It's a cold one here today. Only about 24 degrees here in the garage tonight, so we won't be out here long, but I wanted to talk to you about the Ford Workmaster tractor. If you followed the channel for a while, I just got this tractor towards the end of summertime, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot of work with it this winter and in the future. But if you've been watching along, I've been having some trouble with the carburetor. I can't get it adjusted just right. The problem I'm having, I'll put a link to the video up above, but basically anything over an idle, if I rev up pretty high, it surges, or if there's a load on the engine, so if I'm brush hogging, it surges then. I've adjusted and adjusted the carburetor, went back to zero basically, and as if it were just rebuilt and started it all over again, adjusting those screws. I just can't get it to get any better than it is right now. And actually, right after work today, I needed to move some firewood. I've got a fire burning in the basement for the first time this winter because it's so cold out. Needed to get some more firewood into the basement, so I took the tractor out to load the big tool rack up from an IBC tote of firewood, and as soon as I started it up, I noticed it wasn't running right. It was almost like it was missing. So I brought it here in the garage after moving that firewood, just kind of limping along, and the first thing I tried was replacing the spark plugs. So you can see all new spark plugs here in that Red Tiger engine. The ones I took out were pretty corroded. Not the worst I've ever seen, but definitely not great. So this one's not horrible. This one's not horrible. But these two leave a lot to be desired. So I thought, let's take these out. And these ones, in case you were wondering what was in it, these are Motorcraft AL7C spark plugs that were in the tractor. Ones that I put in to replace it are Autolite 216s. So that's what's in there now. And I thought maybe that would solve the problem, but it didn't. We're going to go ahead and start this up, see how it sounds. We will need the choke because it's so cold. You can hear that kind of a miss pulse, and that's just at an idle. So we're going to go ahead and turn the fuel off and let it run itself out of fuel. It won't take too long, it's just a short section of hose. We went ahead and let it run out of gas so that hopefully as much of the gas is out of the line as possible from the fuel tank down, since I shut the gas off right here at the tank. So what I want to do now is take the carburetor off. I'm going to take it to a mechanic and see if he can take a look at it, see if this is our issue. There's the sediment bowl. There is some sediment in the bottom of it. I don't know if you can see that through the lens. Just a little bit, almost like sand in the bottom. There, you can see it that way. And even little pieces of dust like that getting into the jets. can cause a problem. Now this hose clamp is actually facing backwards. Not sure how that happened. The bolts that hold the carburetor on are 1/2 inch. To get these little holders off the back, you just slide them up over the cup and then they loosen off. Got a lock washer and a nut on it. This outside bolt is 9/16 that holds the sediment bowl on, and that's a hollow bolt. So we want to be careful turning it. There's a couple things to note on the carburetor. There's going to be a little copper plate with a number on it. You can see this one says TSX 765 and then 312954. You can see it does have the Marvel Schebler. So we'll take this to a professional, and then hopefully that will totally solve our problem. It does look inside there pretty grimy. Once you loosen that bolt up, you can see that's where the fuel passes through. I did want to take this same location spark plug back out. Now I put this in, it ran for maybe 20 minutes with the new spark plug. I'd like to get an idea of how it looks after 20 minutes. It's not bad. So the next time you see me here with the tractor, we'll have that rebuilt original carburetor to put back on it and see if that fixes our problem.